this game off right and running the football and positive and being the guy throughout the day, not coughing it up on the first carry. Going to have some resilience because he's going to get more totes, and he's got to make sure he's ready for them.
This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Takes the handoff. It's Wallace.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker. On fourth down, they could boot the field goal, but looks as if they'll go for it. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Makes the grab on the left. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12. This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He's got it on the right. Bounces into the end zone for a touchdown. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
Great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Green. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And now this offense will take the field again. He'll keep it himself. Got the first down, looking for more. He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain. Looking for a man, it's McCoy. Those two not on the same page, it's incomplete. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Extending the play. There he goes. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
And he's just proving it time and time again, man. He has that feel. He obviously has the ability to pick up and put him down and go get first downs, but I think the timing of when to scramble and when not to scramble, he's really got that figured out, and you could tell it's going to be a big part of the game plan.
Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the grab. It's Whitaker. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance. Off the play fake on first down. With the catch, it's Colson. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. They've moved it to the 19, first and 10. From the red zone, looking for a space. Grabbed over the middle. It's Price. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Second down, they'll go to the air. Bring in the heat. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. They've started a pretty good drive. This will be the 7th play, but they need to convert 3rd and 5. From the gun, wants to pass. And the shot to the middle of the field falls to the turf. Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Can't make the connection, and the defense gets a 4th down stop. They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Finding open areas. Gets it out just short of the 20, out of bounds at the 19-yard line, and a little more room to operate. Looking downfield, it's Dell. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, goes right through his hands, and he will think about that one for a while. It'll be third down. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Under fire. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And these are the mistakes backed up you can't make as a quarterback, man. You've got to protect the football. Big-time mistake. Defense capitalizes and sets their offense up with elite field position.
Does life get any better than this for an offense to start a drive with a 1st and goal? They'll try to get it in with the run. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. Here's a heat. And the quarterback hauled up to and sacked at the 12.
And the offense, man, he couldn't find anybody open. Like, somebody's got to create some separation, or what do I do? How about I throw a jump ball to one of my big receivers out wide that can go up and dunk on somebody's head and catch the football? Maybe find my big playmakers and try to force them the ball down here in the red zone.
It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. Splits the uprights, it's good. That'll bring him to within 4.
You've got to make the opponent pay for turning the football over, and while this team would have liked to have scored a touchdown off that pick, I think they're pretty happy getting the field goal.
So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Gets it across the 25. He'll step out at the 26 as his offense tries to grind out some yardage. Looking for room, it's Wallace. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Dropping back, it's Dell. That's caught. It's Grant. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. Here's the pressure. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Quarterback running on the draw. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Makes a grab on the shot. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the 1st down at the 36. The give to the back. Got the 1st down and more. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Inside the 25, they'll snap it from the 24, 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Barnes. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. A 1st down run in the red zone. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. second and long coming. He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer. Third and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. Into the end zone. Makes the catch and gets the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And he tacks on the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. They'll give it to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to pass. It's McCoy. He's got it down the middle. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They'll try to power their way ahead. And a good pickup there. They'll move the sticks for a first down. Let's see if they try to get another snap before the quarter expires. Going to need to step up to make sure this one doesn't get out of hand as the second quarter is about to get underway. They've got a first down here to open the period. Looking downfield on first down. Finds his tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. Looking to fire. Caught close to the marker. It's Vance. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Got his man. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Here comes the offense on second down. They go to the ground. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Able to squeeze out a couple on the play. It's down at the 35. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Wants to throw. It's McCoy. Fires left. Beautifully thrown ball. Terrific catch, and they'll have the first down. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. To the air on first down. And that ball is intercepted at the goal line. Stopped at the 13-yard line. The return after the interception has them in business.
And what a great job by the defense that time. Cover one, man coverage. And did you see how everybody was impressed? When you press receivers, you disrupt their timing. You get your hands on them at the line of scrimmage. You jam them. And it completely disrupts the quarterback and his thought process. And that time, that was a big reason that ball got INT'd.
And the offense out on the field to go back to work. Gives it on the option. And some room to work. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down. Looking to throw on first down. Snagged in the middle, it's Barnes. That last completion has him set up, second and short. Wide receiver going in motion. This quarterback part of their running game. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Speeding down the left side. And he's going to take that fumble all the way back for a touchdown.
You practice these moments as a defense, but you never know when they're going to come to fruition. But how about it? The scoop, the ball's on the turf. They scoop it up. They take it to the house. The defense takes care of business and said, offense, we don't need you. We'll put points on the board.
The AT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they cut the lead to 14-10. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, run with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Now this offense is back on the field. Dropping back, it's Dell. He makes the grab. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, to give, looking for room. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Wants to go up top. Spits it out to the back. Snags it over the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. They'll send the back in motion. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Price.
Yeah, and you see they keep creeping the running backs out in the flat right there. He slips them out to the right, gets them the football quickly. But this defense, man, I'll tell you what, you talk about speed, seeing things, reacting, and going and getting.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
We're only in the first half already. This guy's got 2 TD passes, so you could see the defensive coaching staff on the sideline telling this D-line, guys, we got to get after this guy. We have to affect this rhythm and not let him be so comfortable back there. Right there, they were able to get after him. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. They bring the punter onto the field now. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Fair catch is made at the 15-yard line, and that's where they'll start this drive. So we'll see the offense on the field to start this drive. Looking to throw, it's McCoy. A strike downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. They really got things moving on this drive. Second play of the drive comes from the 37. Quarterback on the keeper. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Last play was a near disaster. Now dealing with 2nd and 13. Gets the back moving. Wants to fire on second down. Finds the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Grab near the sticks. It's Price. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. They'll move the wide receiver. With jet sweep pass. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Running game worked on first down. Let's see if they go back to it on second down. got it behind the line. It's Banks. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime. Wants to throw on first down. Pulls it in. It's Whitaker.
I think really good wide receivers do a good job of making every route kind of look the same. You could tell this looked like a vertical route. So if I'm a DB, I'm bailing, and all of a sudden he sits that hitch down. Nice job by the wide receiver creating enough separation to create a positive gain.
Snap's going to come from the 23 on 1st and 10. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Looking downfield, it's McCoy. And he just flat missed him. Sometimes you see a guy, he's open, and you try to baby it too much, and it was a bad throw. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Grabs near the marker, it's Price. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal. This offense can get a jolt of momentum headed to the locker room if they can take the lead here. A 1st down run on the doorstep. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. After getting nothing done on 1st down, 2nd and goal from the 6. Back to pass. Pocket breaking down. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Nice job by this defense, man. Playing aggressive, playing physical, taking away the easy stuff on the perimeter. Nice job rushing the quarterback, bringing more bodies near the line of scrimmage, getting the sack, and forcing the 3rd down and goal.
It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. Wide receiver comes in motion. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Grab behind the line. It's Whitaker. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. So they are denied a touchdown on this drive, but they'll try to put up a 3 spot before the break. Splits the uprights right down the middle. It's now a 1-point game, 14-13.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. They make the stop, and that is the end of the 1st half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, looks like we've got a great scene today in Seattle. And this 2nd half will likely come down to which offense can figure anything out. Take some chances, get creative. Both offensive coordinators had full heads of hair at the start of this game, but right now, they look like cue balls after one frustrating 1st half. With that said, let's send it back to our guys inside Husky Stadium.
He'll put total leather and get this 2nd half started. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This crowd still bringing the intensity to open the 2nd half. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Looking for room, it's Grant. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Back to throw, it's Dell. Fires to the big fella. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. New set of downs after the completion. Wants to go up top on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Matthews. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. Give to the back. Make the stop at the 40, but it's a 10-yard gain and a fresh set of downs. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Breaks into the open. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. Just outside the red zone, first and 10 from the 21. Looking to throw on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Morgan. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it first and goal. He'll set up to throw. Looking to get it in. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. Second down, they'll go to the air. Let's it go to the end zone. And it's a touchdown, put 6 on the board. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
The defense has had absolutely no answer for it. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
And with the extra point, it's 21-13. They march 78 yards down the field. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. Scanning the field, it's McCoy. He's got his man across the middle. And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain.
Well, I know they're losing right now, but they're not going to be losing for long if they keep hitting shots like that. And I love the idea here, taking a shot to your best player on offense. This guy is one of the biggest playmakers in all of college football. Tremendous speed. He locates the ball, makes a catch. That play gives this offense so much confidence.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you could tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Now facing a 3rd and long. They'll try the run. Brought down at the 33-yard line as this defense gets a 3rd down stop. And they'll run the field goal unit back out there. This kicker has already banged a couple through. He boomed it through. A 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful back.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. So, guys, we'll see this offense again. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Caught over the middle. It's Morgan. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Now on second down. That's caught. It's Barnes. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, running back on the move. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Rides the back on the option, the give. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Coming to the line of scrimmage on 3rd down. Tries to slither forward on the sneak. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Caught behind the line, it's Grant. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. They'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up. Went to the running game on first down, now here they come again. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. This will be the 9th play of the drive coming up. It's a 3rd and 2. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. Back to pass. It's Dell. Caught in the backfield. It's Morgan. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Well, the tight end makes the catch. He just tries to do a little too much after it. He makes one guy miss, and at that point starts running backwards and ultimately ends up losing yards.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Quickly out to the tight end. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Got it in the middle. It's Morgan. He's got it and just sashays into the end zone for the touchdown.
And that's what I think makes this tight end so dynamic. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. There's so many tight ends out there that are just possession guys. They usually go down right after they catch the ball. This guy has the ability to, with his speed, to make people miss, and he showed it to you right there on that touchdown coverage.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And after the extra point, they're on top by 12. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Fielded in the end zone, it's Hill. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This drive will open from the 15. He'll do it himself. Oh, he's got some space. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. From the gun, the running back has it. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33. Every journey begins with a step. This offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
Well, the offense is trying to go bootleg play action that time, but it had no chance because the defensive end won so quickly at the line of scrimmage. He was able to get in the backfield. He smothered the quarterback so fast for a sack.
And here comes the punt team. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. He's got it. Excellent coverage and tackle that time, and that's how the 3rd quarter comes to a close. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. Final stand to the game, and we'll start with a first down. The give to the tailback. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Back to throw, it's Dell. Punch it out of the air. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. Punt is in the air. Fair catch is signaled for and made. They'll mark it at the 12, and they'll start in a bit of a hole. And let's see what kind of ball plays this offense has ready. Looking downfield on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Stopped at about the 25-yard line, but it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to him again. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Rushes on him. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Man, I love being an edge player late in the ball game. You got the lead. You know it's a pass. They got to throw the football to get back in it. Flying off the edge. They can't block him. They can't stop him, and he gets the sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Finds his man, it's Whitaker. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Turns it loose deep. Makes a catch, first down and maybe a lot more. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down.
And that is a backbreaker if you're on defense. On 4th down, the opponent's throwing for it. Not only do you give up the first down, but you give up an explosive play. And all of a sudden now, you're reeling a little bit defensively.
To the air, it's McCoy. Pressure coming. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking to throw again. Caught in the backfield, it's Green.
Man, what a really nice job by being disciplined by this defense. Like understanding I'm trying to rush the passer, probably a passing situation type of a deal, but doing it with some discipline. They try to sneak the screen in. They were ready for it. Nice job by this defense.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. Incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on downs. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Just has a knack for hitting that move on time. He's out to the 33. Line getting set on 2nd down. He'll pull it on the read. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Under fire. He'll pull it down and run. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. Hunt is on its way. He makes a fair catch, couple of steps inside his own 25 at the 23-yard line. Here comes the offense back onto the field. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Snares it outside, it's Vance. He works his way up to the 33 and is pushed out of bounds. And it looks as if they buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. To throw, it's McCoy. He's got him. They pushed it out to the 39 after picking up 5. They'll snap it from the 39, first and 10.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. And now this offense will try to overcome that second down incompletion. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Lofts one high and deep. Makes the grab plenty for the first down. Touchdown!
And what nice play design. You get your speedster, you put him in the slot, usually get a better matchup, and then what do? You fade him towards that sideline, run a go. Nice ball thrown way out wide. He just runs underneath it, and just too much speed. Couldn't catch him. Gets in the end zone for 6.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. We'll see if they go into a 4-minute offense, try to bleed the clock, or will they stay aggressive with a couple of minutes to play? Looking to throw, it's Dell. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's second and long here. Throws to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The handoff, keep working on that clock. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Didn't get much on first down. It's second and 9. Now the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. They get him on the ground at the 37, but give him 15 yards on that chunk play, and they'll move the chains. They've got it at the 37. It's first and 10. So now it's second and long. Motion from the wide receiver. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Hard running there. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. And it looks as if the offense will just take a knee. You're going to hear guys after this game say, got to work harder, got to be more intense. You know, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets. And it seemed to me that's what happened out there today.
Yeah, just never really got into a rhythm for this team. There's no doubt they've got a lot of very talented players on both sides of the ball. So, David, I don't think this is a situation where they need to now freak out and try to reinvent things on either side of the football. Just being in better rhythm early and trying to find that in their next game, I think would go a long way.
Yeah, and it's just finding a couple of those plays. What do I do really, really well? Let's continue to build on that. Let's take away these negative plays. Let's take away these turnovers. How do we create more turnovers? I think that rhythm you're talking about, Jesse, finding those things that I do well, building on them, and doing more of them.
Now we'll put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.